Hey guys, this is Camper 15 and the Red Wolf joined again.
Dynamic duo.
Yes, we are Batman and Robin, the newest one. He's Robin, I'm Batman.
I don't want to be in this video anymore.
Yeah, really? I think you do want to be in this video because of what we're about to talk about, and we're here for another SAO review. You guys talk about, well, SAO. We're here to talk about the next entry in the timeline of the series is SAO, the movie Ordinal Scale. And so I would say all my favorite anime of all time.
So far it is. So far. Uh, it's arguably one of the best anime movies out there. But let me know what you guys' favorite anime movies down in the comments, please.
Okay. So, anyways, let's get to it. So, SAO Ordinal Scale takes place sometime after season 2. It is in the canon line of the story. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna try to remember as much as I can. Denzel obviously watched it last night, so he can remember more of the things. So if Denzel would like to take the helm of most of the things, he can go right ahead.
Okay, so yeah, like it starts off with a flashback actually of back in Nightcrat, like when Kirito and Asuna are together, like watching the stars and stuff. And they're talking about like they wanna see real stars and stuff. And Asuna mentioned to Kirito that back in her place, back in her hometown, the sky is too bright to see any shooting stars and stuff. And Kirito teased her like, "City girl." That explains a lot. And Kirito explained to her that there is this place in his town which is famous for stargazing, and he promises to take her there someday. And that's also when he promises to give her a real ring.
A real ring, which is some sort of, how might I say, a proposal, even though it's not a proposal, but whatever you want to call it. Anyways, it goes back to the real world because we come back to the real world and we see that there obviously it's him, Asuna, Liz, and Silica all sitting in this diner, and they have these earpieces of AR technology made by, I forgot who's the dude.
I forgot his name also, though. It's called an Agma. This is called an Agma.
Okay. Well, yeah, Agma. Anyways, with this, they're able to see Yui right there as if she was in the real world. Except Yui can't do nothing. But
still kind of neat.
Yeah. They're liking how it's being used. The only thing is Kirito doesn't like it. He's like, this is different than what we've been doing, and he kind of hates it, to be honest.
Yeah, he just finds it a little dull compared to the VR that we've been watching up to this point.
Mm-hmm. I know Silica and Liz, they're very happy because, one, they're big fans of a newly character in this movie called Yuna, who is holding some gigantic concert in the next coming days. And what is it? Silica and Liz, I believe they said they actually have tickets to that event.
Yeah, actually, they do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the thing is they can't wait to go. There was this funny interaction in the bar scene in Agil's little place where what's his face? Klein actually tries to go there too because he likes Yuna as well. And let's just say,
Aren't you moving a little too fast here, pal? Shouldn't we talk about the battle with Kagachi, the samurai lord?
Okay, let's go there. So anyways, yeah. There's like, I guess you can say a raid, essentially, like in regular any video game you play, like for example, Pokemon Sword and Shield. there's a raid battle where you have to go up against this boss and beat it, and the person who wins gets this experience. And I think, and by the end of the battle, gets a kiss from Yuna.
Well, that only happened because Asuna was the most I don't know, you could say
Stunning.
helpful. Yeah, like she's the one who put in the most effort. Yuna kiss her right on the cheek. So
anyways, they fight this dude that is apparently an old SAO boss from the original SAO game, and Kirito actually brings it up. Now, also speaking about Kirito, he looks like, or most characters call him like, you look like you're out of shape, you can't keep up, because this Ogma stuff, you're actually doing it in the real world. So it's your physical traits. That's what, so bless you. So if you're a weak individual, you're a weak individual. It isn't how in the virtual SAO game where you can make your character's just strong stat wise. No, it's your exact, body structure and body type. And they have these, they have these own pre-made costumes and stuff like that. And they also relocated to, I guess, this area where the boss is being held, so they don't, I guess you can say, be out on open public pretending swinging at something and they could get hit by a car or something. This is all set up. During the battle, we also see this interesting character, who I also forgot his name.
AG.
He's just kind of being in the background and he's just watching. And then sooner or later, he gets involved and assisting Asuna, kind of doing something that Kirito would do with Asuna.
The switch, right?
Yeah, the switch stuff.
Let me explain something. The switch is actually common to almost every character and almost every SAO survivor. So yeah, like whenever you want to switch places with your partner, you just have to say switch. So it's not just Kirito's thing.
Yeah. So she does that and she manages to beat the boss because of it. Everyone applauds her for her hard work and stuff like that. Yuna gives her the kiss, and then that's when we get the whole, start of the movie stuff.
And then Kirito and Klein are all
yes. And then I believe this is when we go to the bar scene. Am I right? In Agil's little shop.
No, that's when they go back to the cabin, I think.
Okay. Okay. But anyways, moving along, there's just more events happening to where you can do these events and stuff like that, and essentially get these, things that will cater to you getting to the Yuna, little concert thing that's being thrown in the next couple of days. So I know Denzel gets his lovely favorite scene of Asuna in a bathtub, uncensored.
Ish. I mean,
you see
she
booty.
has them covered up. Yeah, I see it. Don't judge me, guys.
But actually before that, I think it was her. They actually go to the mall or something like that. Well, no, I don't know. No, they were actually in the Aincrad world. Am I right?
Yeah, Kirito and Asuna had their moment in the Aincrad world, like in their cabin, just talking about Asuna mentioning to Kirito that her mom wants to see him.
Oh yeah, that's right. They do bring up the fact that the mom that Kirito, and I'm still shocked that Kirito and Asuna, they haven't met each other's parents. Now Kirito, technically his parents are gone, but in terms of Asuna's family, they haven't met Kirito. Yeah. Well, technically the dad did. The dad did. The mom hasn't.
Well, is that
what?
No, I'm pretty sure Asuna met the mom. I don't think she met the dad. We never saw Kirito's dad, actually. That's what I figured out. So Do we
Hmm.
really know that?
No, not really.
So yeah, no, I'm pretty sure Asuna met his mom. Anyways, back on track, right? Back on
Yeah,
track.
back on track. Anyways, actually, before that one scene with Asuna in the bath, Kirito and Asuna back in the virtual world, they actually have a little talk, and Kirito kind of just goes on to say, like, I just hate the Agma stuff. I don't like it. I'm not gonna do it, really. So that's fine. So Asuna knows that he doesn't like it, and he's not gonna do the event that's being held later that night. Um, and actually, in the meantime, the antagonist of the film is actually hunting down people, essentially doing, let's just say, killing acts, which puts these people in bad things. And the next person he targets is Klein,
Yeah.
which Klein actually, in the bath scene, actually texts Asuna, like, hey, did you want to do this event with me? And stuff like that. And Asuna, even though knowing that Kirito doesn't like it, she doesn't invite him. So she just goes on her own, essentially. Um, now, way before, now, she actually meets up with Klein and his gang, but then they later split off, and Klein says, we'll meet you there later. And this is when Klein probably made one of the worst decisions in his life.
Hmm.
Go on, Denzel.
Yeah, let's just say when Asuna entered, and then the boss started, Yuna started singing. We hear a voice in the background saying, "Actually, tonight you're the prey," which is AKA AG.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he like pretty much summoned the boss right there. I guess that's what he did.
Yeah.
And Klein was like fighting off the boss with his friends. They looked like they won, but then all of a sudden AG charged in and then punched one of his friends in the gut. And AG says stuff like, "VR never hurt like that, now did it?" And then that's when he starts like kicking all their butts, and that's when Klein starts to get all angry and starts like attacking back. And AG's all, "Come now, don't be like that." And that's when AG grabbed him and broke his arm, and then he threw him to the ground. What are your thoughts on that scene? Actually,
When I was first watching that, I was like, oh, so he is a DICK character. Um, I was like, great. And the fact that he beat up Klein like that, man, it was pretty freaking bad.
I
Now,
I I have a love hate relationship for this character. Yeah, compared to a certain character from season 1.
mhm.
Yeah, yeah,
Now, after Klein is defeated, we see this yellow type of light go up into this drone thing, which was pretty interesting. And then, go on. So Asuna eventually takes care of the boss herself.
and may I just say, she was a badass doing it.
Yes. And then even the one dude, he actually catches her eye and he's like, interesting.
Lightning flash, awesome.
Yes.
Yeah,
So, yeah, the funny thing I did find funny is Yuna tries to give her another kiss, but Asuna's like, whoa there, buddy. Not today, which I found freaking hilarious. Um, that was funny as can be. Now, um, interesting enough, Asuna's questioning, I wonder where Klein was and stuff like that. So
hmm
yeah, that was another interesting thing. Now, in the land of Kirito, who's just really using the Agma stuff just to talk to Yui, actually,
hmm
comes across this girl he sees while using the Agma thing. And the girl starts talking to him, and he's like, what the heck are you saying? And then the girl just disappears. And he's
yeah,
like, what's going on here? I'm not seeing ghost, am I?
yeah. And you was like, "No, no, Daddy, that's impossible."
So, yeah. It, this is where my train of thought is just gone from this movie because I barely remember the middle part of the movie. So
Yeah,
Denzel, since you
yeah.
know the
So
middle part, go ahead.
yeah, so that's when Asuna shows up again, her hair is all braided up. OMG. I
Okay.
fell in love with her more.
As you
um,
tell people, he's a big Asuna fanboy. This kid actually this morning actually sent me another Asuna picture, and albeit this is Friday, the day before the newest SAO episode releases, to tease me more because he knows I like Asuna, and we have a whole waifu list where he has his own characters, I have my own characters. Anyways,
I already, I already claimed it before he did. Anyways, yeah, Kirito and Asuna like stopped by, like, I guess at a restaurant, like, to eat something, and they continue to talk about, like, not just about, like, Asuna's parents wanting to meet Kirito, but then Kirito brings up that girl in white
mhm.
that he just saw,
Oh yeah.
and
Sorry to cut you off. Actually, even going back to that bridge scene, Kirito actually does tell Yui what he's gonna do for Asuna. And we'll talk about that later too.
mhm.
So
Yeah,
go ahead.
and yeah, so yeah, Kirito asked Asuna, like, if you know, like, any, like, suspicious, I don't know, like, ghostly stuff going on around the park, and Asuna, like, oh, will you please stop? You know how freaked out I get about those stuff.
Which is a callback from season 1.
Yeah, yeah, like, something you guys should already know if you guys watched SEO as much as I have. Asuna has a phobia of ghosts. I know her that much.
Apparently, even though they're not
Yeah,
real. Okay.
ish. Okay. Now where was I? Yeah. So So
They
what?
do,
Okay. So where do we go?
I think the next part is they do go back into the Einkraft world with Silica and Liz. They do bring up the
Oh
fact
yeah.
what the hell's going on with Klein and where he's been, and the fact that they have not got in contact with him. I know Kirito actually tells Agil to see if he can find some things about
Yeah.
Klein's disappearance. Yui also kind of spills the secret a little bit about the whole Starry Night
Mhm.
thing, but then Kirito kind of pulls her aside, like, "Hey, don't tell anybody that. It's kind of a secret."
Wait. We should also point out that Yui also explained how, like, all the bosses are showing up in, like, interesting locations that are, like, pretty much similar to, like, old Aincrad. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like, they're placed all around in the city, like, in the exact same positions of, like, I guess, as old Aincrad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're
Um,
starting to, like, suspect some stuff.
they're trying to find some suspecting things. Now, going to the side of our antagonist, we later find out that guy who's been killing players or been hurting them have actually went after old SAO players who were in the original SAO games and essentially taking their thing because he does this to Asuna later on. And what essentially we find out is um, he takes I guess you could say the mental component of these characters, essentially go up into this drone, and their memories of SAO are essentially erased from their brain, and they're put in this drone. And we later find out the main bad guy, who I forgot his name is, who runs the whole Ogma situation, is doing collecting all these SAO players' memory fragments for his daughter who died in the original SAO, Yuna. And he's trying to do that to get her to come back to the life, although it's at the expense of people's SAO memories. And
Mhm.
kind of the thing behind this movie, which was pretty interesting, which kind of is a little bit of a theme callback to season 2, part 1, was the whole thing about trying to forget your past. And
Mhm.
essentially, the dude believes, like, why should these players have these memories when it was such a horrible time for them, seeing probably friends and other ones die in this game? We also do get the revelation too that what's the guy's name? HG?
AG.
AG? He apparently had a romantic relationship with Yuna.
We're moving a little too fast, don't you think?
Well, yeah, but it doesn't matter. We're not gonna go in table of contents type of thing.
I guess so, but don't you want to talk about all the stuff that went down? I don't
We can get to that, my friend. We can
know.
get to that.
Sorry,
I'm
guys.
really
I'm
the
being a
main
little
bad
stingy, am
guy.
I?
Huh?
Sorry, guys. I'm being a little stingy now, am I?
But anyways, yeah, we find out he had a romantic or somewhat a love relationship with the dude's
Mhm.
daughter, Yuna, and that's why he's working with him to bring Yuna back. And that's why you saw earlier in the movie that Yuna and him were talking and had some sort of coalition going on and stuff like that. And this Yuna, I guess you can say, is like, I guess you could say some projection type of thing, which is kind of strange. But or no, they explain she's like an NPC essentially. That's what she is.
Mhm.
And things like that. But go on to the parts you wanted to talk about.
I don't know. You kind of went way ahead, so I don't know where to begin now. Okay.
Well, we can start off with the part after Asuna got attacked and had her theme, and she was
No.
not.
Yeah, like yeah, right. The, let's just say Asuna, Liz, and Silica teamed up in another boss raid. Yeah, and that's where AG picked up his first target, which was, I guess it was supposed to be Silica.
Yeah, it was
Because
supposed to be. No, it was. Yeah, it was supposed to be Silica.
but he shoved her. Asuna saved her, and but in doing so, she took the hefty amount of damage and lost all her HP, and that's when her memories got taken, and now she's
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
Kirito shows up actually later, and he kind of gets his butt kicked by HG at first.
Yeah. Kirito was pissed.
Oh yeah, when it comes to him messing with his girl, don't do that.
You dick. he literally said he literally said
Be
the
advised, though. We're trying to keep this PG up in here, but okay.
BICK. Well, then if this is PG or PG-13?
Whatever.
So yeah, as you were saying, AG pretty much, I don't know, outranks him by a lot. So yeah, Kita won't stand a chance as he is now, and that's when the boss, boss raid ends, and that's when shows up saying to Asuna, "Too bad, better luck next time."
I found that when she said that, I was like, okay, that's just a D move, bro. That's just a D move. You just had to say that. You just had to say, better luck next time.
Hmm. Well, yeah. After that, Kirito takes Asuna home,
Or to the
and
hospital, actually, I believe.
that would be no. That's later on. Okay,
Okay.
Kirito takes Asuna home, and Asuna starts to ask Kirito like about their past, with how they first met and stuff. And Kirito like, yeah, and like I still can't believe I had the guts to even talk to you and stuff back
Mm-hmm.
then. And that's when they said their goodbyes, and Asuna went to bed, and that's when she started having some unusual nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was essentially her just totally having. Essentially, it was the whole thing where, you have somebody who you care about just leave you and just goes away. And that's kind of a thing that Kirito walks away and she can't get to him or she can't, you know.
Right when Kirito turns around to her, he was all like, "Who are you?" And that's when she's like, "I'm." And that's when we find Eiji's head just looming over them both.
Yeah. Um, in the meantime, we also get Agil actually tells Kirito that Klein was actually in the hospital, and he actually is having the same type of symptoms that Asuna's going through.
Mm-hmm.
So Kirito obviously super upset, super pissed off right now because he's the whole thing is you mess with my friends, you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
And this is when he goes on essentially boss raids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Taking out everything.
Yeah. Like right now, this is on his mind. If I'm not careful, it could happen to me too. And if I can't remember all the stuff that happened in SAO, will I also forget that I love her?
Yeah, he's thinking of that, and the fact that now that Asuna's memories are gone, it won't, the moment of him taking her to the to look at the stars won't be as memorable because she doesn't know, or her memories are gone from that thing he told her in SAO. So that's why he's also doing that. And he's doing that risk knowing that. And even the government guy who we see later says, "Are you sure you want to do this? Because you're my most valuable asset," which again, I still don't trust him.
Kikuoka.
I don't trust him.
I don't know what to expect from this guy later on. Anyway.
Anyways, Kirito does boss raids. So one, he can get in shape. And two, he can be much more stronger. And also three, get his ranking up. Because there is a ranking system in terms of things. And Kirito at first, he was like at one of the worst ranks ever in the Ogma virtual world or whatever it is. And he gets all the way up to, I believe, number 2. And
no, he by the time like before he fights AG, he's like at rank 8. He ends up at rank 8.
Okay. So in the meantime, while Kirito's doing all of that, the Yuna concert is actually going to happen. So one, they all plan to go to the Yuna concert, which we later find out is essentially a trap being held for everybody in there. So like I said, Asuna, Silica, Agil, I believe, and Liz and Kirito.
It's pronounced Agil, okay?
Agil, I like to call him Agil. You always rip me on those, man.
I'm just trying to help you, my friend. I'm just trying to help you.
Anyways, they all go to the concert. Kirito actually dips and leaves for a bit so we can confront Mr. AG.
So that's one of the best. That's one of the best fights so far. That's one of my best fights. The best fights in the series, in my opinion.
That was a dope fight. Literally, watch this movie if you haven't been doing anything. Now, Kirito ends up beating him, and that's when he gives the revelation of like, "I'm just doing this to save Yuna. I'm doing this for everything." Even though, again, and even Kirito mentions like, for what? At the cost of what? People's memories being taken, essentially, so you can get your little girlfriend back. And it's like,
yeah, Kirito's are like, we all suffered back then, but I'm not gonna listen to a guy who ran away from his past just because he thinks he suffered more than everyone else.
And the crazy thing is, too, later we find out that the main bad guy was actually using him, and he was going to take his memories too. And he was like, because when I saw that line, and he said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to need your memories too. It's for Yuna's sake." And I was like, damn, you think you're going to get your girlfriend back and everything, and then the dude and the girl's dad is like, "Thank you for helping me with my production, but I need your memories." So you wouldn't even know Yuna to begin with, which means the entire thing the dude was doing was for nothing.
I kind of feel bad for him, but at the same time, I kind of don't because he had it coming.
We also do get a backstory. He was in the Blood Knights thing.
We already saw that. Or wait,
we didn't guess the fact that he was in that grouping. Essentially, he just wasn't strong enough. He wasn't strong enough, and he blames himself about Yuna's death because he wasn't strong enough, even though Yuna saw a lot in him and liked him a whole heck of a lot. And, you know, stuff like that. And I guess it's also the antagonist's way of getting back at the dude because he's like, "You let my daughter die." So, yeah, which is pretty bad. So, again, he set up the trap, and he essentially locks everybody in there while the Yuna concert is going on. And they're essentially on a time limit where these bosses just start showing up in the theme. So everybody thinks it's just a regular boss, raid. But what they don't realize is they're stuck, and eventually they will all die. Well, not their lifespan will be all up, and then their memories of SAO players who are in there, their memories just go to the little theme in there. So Kirito calls government guy. I know I can call him by his official name, Chief Coke, whatever.
Kikuoka.
Wolka. I'm just gonna call him government guy. He calls government guy to go tell him the plan of the main antagonist, goal, and they try to stop him. Now the main government guy, no, not the guy, the antagonist dude, the bad guy in the film, sees this coming. He tries to escape. He gets caught later on. We'll talk about what happens later with him. Um, anyways, Kirito actually gets in there, and he's backing everybody up. And essentially, Yui goes through the thing saying you essentially have to go to where the 100th floor would be on the original SAO, defeat this boss, and you can save everybody's memories.
Yeah, that's what Yuna was suggesting and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what we see the real Yuna, virtual one, who with the memory still intact, essentially tell Kirito, you need to do this. So Kirito actually goes and does that, along with a few other people. And this is where we get the 100th floor boss fight, which they could have did in the original season 1, but they didn't. So here you kind of get the climax to all that stuff. The cool thing is they're all in their original SAO gears.
Mm-hmm. So, go on. You're kind of speeding through this, but go on.
Okay. Now, anyways, the Yuna with all the memories intact who's about to come back actually confronts her dad and saying, "Father, don't do this. You're hurting everybody else. For what, me?" And essentially tells the dad, like, "Look, it's fine. I'm okay with dying. Me going into SAO was a risk I took, and that's what I had to do. And because I didn't come out of here alive doesn't mean anything." And the dad's like, "But you are my life. You were my pride and joy. You were everything." And he's like, "It doesn't matter what you say. I'm going to do whatever I want to bring you back." And
he kind of blamed himself for what happened to Yuna because he was the one who gave her the nerve gear.
The nerve gear, which let her go into the game and stuff like that. So, he feels guilty in his own right on letting his daughter go into SAO and then, dying essentially, and stuff like that. Now, in the meantime, Asuna's just kind of chilling there, just.
Yeah, she's just scared. Like, she's just scared to go to fight again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when her memory's erased, she can't really. You could say she turns into, I guess you can say, a damsel in distress. Well, not really, but a character that's just afraid to fight. Mm-hmm. And Yui kind of cheers her up to. Yuna was the one.
Yuna was telling her, like, "Oh my God, you're lucky you have me here to help you, my friend." Anyway.
Oh, I know. I really should have watched this movie yesterday, but go ahead.
Anyways, Yuna's all apologizing to her and to explain to her that her father was the one who's like orchestrated all of this, and that he plans to like take all the memories and that all their brains will get fried. And that's when Asuna finds the resolve to finally fight again, and joins Kirito and the others in the 100th floor boss fight.
Yeah, and we also get more characters joining, like my fangirl Sugu, or Lifa, if you want to say so, along with the other wizard.
Just say the other fairies, whatever.
The other fairies to show up and back them up, and they end up beating the boss in a very awesome.
Yeah, there's also some GGO. There's also some GGO players too.
Oh yes, there are some GGO. Xenon is actually in her GGO gear, which I marked out 100%. I marked out, like, legit. I marked out. That's all I can say. I'm so hoping. I wish that SAO season 3 trailer did not show her being able to change her bow into a freaking gun. Don't know why they showed too much in that trailer. But anyways, everybody teams attack, and Kirito does the job by finishing them off and saves everybody's memories. Everybody's memories back intact, and
that's pretty much the climatic moment. Like Yuna, I guess, I guess Yuna said one last thing to AG, like saying like, "You remembered my wish, AG. Thank you." And that's when AG pretty much broke down and cried.
Yeah. So then that's when the movie ends, but it's not like any other movie. We get a post-credits scene.
Yeah.
So like I said about government guy, not to be trusted. What did I say? He's not somebody to be trusted. So one, he's not number one to be trusted because the main antagonist of the film, he's not in jail. Guess who
And now he's working for him. Wow.
He's working for Mr. Government Guy now on this creation called Wrath.
Which is pretty much the opening to season 3, aka Alicization.
Which is still going on right now, and tomorrow will be the newest episode. I don't know when I'm uploading this video. This video is being uploaded the day. I don't know when I'm uploading this video to YouTube. This video is being made the day before SAO return. But yeah, that leads into season 3 nonsense and things like that. So that's where the movie ends. So, and that's where we're going to stop here for now. So
I'd like to point out that I had to help Cameron quite a lot during this review. And he skipped out quite a lot of stuff, guys. So if you guys want a better description, let us know down in the comments, and I'll point those stuff out.
Also, if you're wondering how to see Ordinal Scale, if you have a Hulu account, you can go see it there.
I had a DVD, so
for probably $25 on Blu-ray. But anyways, guys, that's what our thoughts on Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale. My thoughts, I think Denzel already gave his thoughts on what he thought of the movie. I like the movie a lot. It's definitely a top 10 anime movie I've seen. It's not in my top 5, but it's definitely a top 10. And I like this movie a lot. It had a lot of emotional moments, personal moments. And we also forgot to mention the fact that Kirito and Asuna actually do go to the stargazing moment.
I was trying to tell you, but you kept rushing it. You keep rushing. I was trying to tell you. Oh my God, Cameron. We even skipped the room scene that they had together, like when Kirito was reading her diary.
Explain it.
Oh my God.
Okay, going back, let's talk about the diary scene because I actually thought that was pretty adorable.
It's a little late now, don't you think? Okay.
I really thought the Asuna room scene was really adorable and really romantic. I'll say that. Denzel, go on, talk about that scene.
Yeah, Kirito visits Asuna's home and goes into her room with her permission. So don't worry, guys. What wasn't with her permission was him grabbing her diary. What?
Can I just say this? I literally thought the part when they actually get on top of each other, the mom was actually going to walk in. You can be like, ah! Go on.
Yeah.
What a great way to meet the mom for the first time, huh, Kirito? I think I'll be going now.
Wait, but we'll be going? Kirito or her mom?
Kirito, before he gets beat up.
Right? Okay. So yeah, Kirito reads her diary and he sees like what Asuna has been thinking all this time and stuff, even with all her memories lost. And he sees that Asuna is hoping that the person that she is tomorrow doesn't forget the feelings that she has for him now and stuff. And that's when Asuna walks in, seeing that he was reading her diary. But she's okay with it.
Mad, but she really wasn't.
Yeah. And that's when Kirito got all emotional, starts walking up to her, and then grabs her and then pins her on the bed with his face buried in his chest. In her chest.
Let's just say that's just the one thing that always brings them together. Him putting his face in her boobs.
And that's when Kirito's like, I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Which later inspires him to do what he does later.
Mm-hmm.
And they do have the nice little mountain romantic scene. Although Yui was, for some reason, there.
It's their daughter. What do you expect? Anyways.
Great date. But they end up seeing the stars. He gives her the ring in almost, I guess you can say, a proposal type of way of confirming their love, their undying love.
Yeah, and right when they're about to kiss, that's when you know what happens. Yui butts in.
Yeah.
Preventing them from kissing until they go into the shadows and then they kiss in the shadows. So
yeah, great stuff. Sugu disliked the video, as well as Sinon, as well as Alice.
well, yeah. Well, is it that big of a deal for Sinon? I don't know.
I guess, well, let's be real. Sinon doesn't really care, but let's be real. Sinon, if he wasn't with Asuna, Sinon definitely be on Kirito. Be all over him. Well, that's if Sugu doesn't get to him first.
I doubt Sugu will have a chance. You know why?
Well, maybe that's not stopping freaking Kirito. Who knows? Maybe he likes that sister on brother type of thing. I don't know. What? Let's be real. He did put water down her spine, and she thought he was checking her out.
Oh my god. That scene.
Anyways, to get back on topic, the movie was good. I enjoyed it. And this directly leads into season 3. So, yeah.
Let me just say, season 3 is crazy so far.
Especially what's going on about to happen on tomorrow in terms of this video. So, anyways, guys, we're going to conclude this video. And if you want to speak about the fact that, oh, what about season 3, yada, yada, yada. Now, season 3, part 1, which is, I guess I'm going to call it the Quinella arc, we'll discuss that next time. And then after that, well, on Saturday, we're going to review SAO season 3, 7:30 at night. I believe that's when it comes out tomorrow. And we'll do a review. But in terms of the war arc going on, we'll review the first 12 episodes. And we'll just continue doing, our episodic reviews for that until season 3 ends. Also, just because it says it's the final season, guys, it's not the final season. There is more SAO content after this war arc from what I heard. So, yes, I believe we are going to get a season 4. Whether that's last season, I don't know. But, Japan likes to always throw around a final season, like Jesus. Fairy Tail, for example, says the final season of Fairy Tail, yet the Fairy Tail manga is still continuing. I won't be shocked if maybe next year they announce Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest anime. Fairy Tail said final season in their anime. Fairy Tail's still going on. So, yeah.
Wow, I can't believe we made it this far into the video and haven't pressed the like button. I'm disgusted.
Anyways, if you guys like this video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this movie, as well as your favorite part of this movie. Also, hit the subscribe button for more Camp 15 content. So till then, guys.
And make sure to get Cameron to play SAO Alicization Licorice, too.
I don't have the money.
Yeah, I don't have money either.
You need to just say you got paid. The game came out today.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Now I'm paying rent fully. So So it's getting a little difficult, but I'll get it. Okay, go on.
Paying rent. That's life, guys. That's life.
Don't waste it.
Enjoy your child life. Anyways, guys, we're gonna get out of here. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay safe out there. Till then, peace.
Peace.